Hey folks, Dave, the Not So Evil Viking 13, back once again with the American Republic in Empire Total War. Thank you guys for your patience as things slowed down a bit over Christmas break. I am getting back into the swing of things now. It is the summer of 1837 and we have almost 20,000 gold to spend before I start throwing money away. Let's see what's going on. We're at war with Sweden and Austria, but not Spain for the moment. France is still hostile as well. We are also still at war with Mexico, so hopefully I can end that this turn. Let's see if France will trade with us. Let's offer them 5,000 gold. Whoops, not 50,000. 5,000 gold. They are not interested. Is there anything else that we can offer them? I'll go ahead and try 10,000, but I think they're going to remain stubborn. Yeah. Spain. My long-term enemy, will you trade with me for 2,000? That's all I'm offering. You, sir, will rue this day. Thank you, Mr. Diplomat. Fine. I can just spend my money domestically. Steam-powered cloth mill. Let's do that. I won't go too crazy here. Let's do a second steam-powered cloth mill and save that last 7,000 for recruitment and replenishment.
At the ready.
Let's see, what else can I do for my troop movements in Florida? I'll put this line infantry down in Florida. And I'll add these couple of random units to the mix just so that something is down there in Florida. The Carolinas should be mostly safe up here with this fort. And with full stack armies now in both Williamsburg, Virginia and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I think we have the central part of the map covered. There is still this retreating Austrian army hanging out in western New York.
Your humble servant.
We should catch up to them this turn with either of these two armies here or this one, but I'm gonna leave, who is this, General Newcomen, I think in the capital in case these Austrian armies decide to move all of a sudden with no warning. Alright. I also have two new first-rate ships of the line down here. Wow, what kind of name is that? We have the Dunkirk. This guy needs a new name. What's a good historical name? I feel like Charleston needs to be honored for its suffering in this series. Make sure I spell it right here. And for the custom name, I will just put USS. USS Charleston. Right. I'm wondering where I can put them. I might swap out these fourth rates here. What else do we have? It's all fourth rates and third rates, actually. I'll break those guys off and then beef this navy up, seeing it is my only, I think, American navy that's readily available right now. Everyone else is part of the ongoing war in Europe. I really can't go after the Mexican Navy that's blockading my port up here in Pennsylvania because of this ridiculous Swedish Navy right next to it. Oh yeah, and this, wow, yeah, this glitched Darth mod Austrian Navy up here too. I'll just kick them out here shortly. But what I might do, just because taking Mexico's capital isn't good enough, I might punish them by taking out this navy as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's get a good naval battle going.
Ship's orders?
That may not be within reinforcement range, but we'll see. Yep, they're not within range, but this should be a bit humiliating for Mexico right before I take their capital. And like I mentioned last episode, I think I am going to occupy Mexico for a while just to keep them under control and possibly help fund the war in Europe. I will give it back, or allow it to rebel, I guess, is what I have to do before the end of the series, but I'm honestly just tired of Mexico parading around to my south after I helped them gain independence from Spain. Now that is one good-looking American Navy right there. I'm gonna set up my Admiral right here. Admiral John Paul Jones himself, I just realized, is still alive. Very cool. Let's get him up here. Make sure that we have the wind going to our advantage. And then I'm going to do a nice mix of first and second rates. Whoops. Group them in the same one there briefly. With the good Admiral following. Then a third group here. And oh, those are heavy first rates, I just realized. Charleston and the Archer for Group 4. I have no idea why the game is making them go 1, 3, 4, and 2 as far as order goes. Oh well. And I'll put the rocket ship right in the middle. Check out those rockets right there on the skid on the front of the ship. Those should really cause some damage with their larger ships. Group 2 on the left, Group 3 on the right, Group 4 bring up this way, and Group 1 far left to come around behind them with those slightly faster, well, I guess significantly faster, third-rate ships of the line. I'll send my rocket ship after... maybe after the Santa Agnes. And this is their heavy first rate with some really neat paint on the hull. San Pedro Alcantara. That is a beautiful looking ship right there. Almost a shame to burn it down to the ocean surface. Everybody has full sails going. I'm going to take a closer look at some of our ships over here and then fast forward to get to the engagement. Where is the Charleston? We have the Unbent, a heavy first rate right there. Very mild wind, it looks like. We also have the Dunkirk and the Black Hills, and there's the Charleston right there. So we have 4 heavy first rates in this battle. We're almost in engagement range here, and it looks like groups 4 and 3 are actually going to have to engage first because of the way that the wind is going and the way that the Mexican Navy is traveling. I'm going to have the rocket ship turn and actually fire onto this clustered group here. And there go the first shots. And here come those rockets. Looks like they fell a bit short, but their navy is sailing right into the center of mine. That's going to end really, really badly for them. Oh man, those cannon shots. It's like a wall of fire. They are heading directly for my rocket ship, and he's really not going to be able to run with these winds. But he can dump some more rockets right on top of him. No fires yet, though. Let's go ahead and close the trap. They're getting raked with fire. Up and down. Splinters flying. Good grief. That's a nasty mess right there. I'm going to go ahead and have the rocket ship keep engaging. Might have this second rate, the Enterprise, try and cut them off. There we go. They're on fire, and one of the rockets actually leveled a mast. That's very unusual. That's right, Mexico. You're not so tough without your Swedish backup navy, are you? The hero has taken a bunch of hull damage, though. There's a Mexican ship here called the Dragon. Rocket ship, engage the heavy first rate. Their bomb catch is actually sinking now. Rocket ship hold. Let the Enterprise protect you here. I think this is actually going to work. Hold your fire, Enterprise. I want you firing on the Paleo. Fire at will. They are now on fire, demasted, and severely damaged. They are now routing. Alright. Let's get that rocket ship out of there. The Santa Agnes is now sinking. Let's rotate and sink the San Vicente Ferrer before she catches up to our rocket ship. It's a very nimble brig, but I think we turned in time to catch her. Wow, that's some rough ocean too for that small ship. Even the cannon fire was rocking that thing. Switching to grape shot. That's going to fire just tons of shrapnel from our cannons. Actually, you know what? Board her. And it looks like their heavy first rate is trying to go after my third rates back here. We'll have to catch up. The brig surrendered before we could actually board it. Everybody full sail ahead. Let's run down this heavy first rate. Our rocket ship actually escaped their trap. They are down some crew members and a cannon though. Hopefully it's not our rockets. No, I still see our rockets there in the front. Yeah, I think we lost a cannon here in the back, possibly. Wow, they still had a battered third rate trying to move in. There's more holes than actual hull on that ship. They are surrendered and on fire. And now the race is on. He's not quite within range of my chain shot to take out his sails, so I'll just keep hitting him with just a round shot. And she's on fire. I wonder if that was our rocket ship. I don't think it was. Possibly, though. I didn't see any rockets, but I think it's just about within range. I'm just going to pull our third rates out of there if possible. I don't want them to get close to that heavy first rate, and they are already a lot closer than I want. There's that chain shot ripping up those sails. She almost has no sails left. That's the sail health bar right there at the top. Oh, what a crack. There goes the front mast. Nice. She is now dead in the water. Oh, there goes the center mast. That is brutal. We have just totally disabled their heavy first rate thanks to the, who was that? The Coast Watcher. And now our rocket ship is moving in. Oh, that's about to get really bad for them as those rockets rain down and they have no way to get away. Still 339 souls on board. That thing is a floating city. And they are literally dead in the water. I am going to fast forward just for a bit while everyone repositions. And there's the heavy first rate getting some shots out on the USS Warrior. It's a pretty far shot though, not taking too much damage. That's a lot of smoke though, good grief. Come on, rocket ship, do your thing. And the battle begins once again with the Archer and the Mexican ship exchanging fire. It is almost reckoning time for this first rate, with an entire line of first rates and second rates sailing up behind them, led by the USS Governor. That is the ship named by Ultragrunt, one of the supporters of my channel, over on patreon.com/evilviking13. Still probably one of my favorite names in my Navy. Just the perfect amount of British for the US Navy. So close. Let's have those first rates, or third rates, circle back around. I'm gonna pull the hero out of line here. She's a bit damaged. You guys are now group 6. Group 6, move up. We are going to have a bit of crossfire here. Not much that we can do to avoid that, though. That's going to be a nasty broadside. Hold fire at will. We have 49 cannons ready to go here. On my mark. .48, 46. Wait for it. Wait for it. Fire! And we killed their admiral and over 40 of their men with a single broadside. She surrenders instantly. Devastating, although the governor did take some damage there at the end. Decisive victory for the US Navy. And now comes the spoils of war. What do we want to keep? Definitely keeping that heavy first rate. We'll keep one of the third rates. Don't need a frigate. Don't need a rasee. Don't want a brig. And we also get 4,000 gold for prize money for scrapping those ships. Not bad at all. Now in the video, when talking about the USS Governor, I did mention Patreon. That is a really cool, totally optional website where you guys can help support the cost of running this channel. Those costs include, of course, hardware, the upgraded internet connection that I use to upload these ridiculous 10 gig, 11 gig episodes. It kind of varies back and forth. And just stuff like all the time that I do spend working on these videos. Like I said though, it's totally optional. You guys just get some cool perks for helping to support the channel. Shane, Ultra Grunt, named the Governor. And with this captured heavy first rate, it's time to name another. This name comes from Patreon supporter Steven. He's a long-time listener to the Casual Shenanigans Gaming podcast, as well as my channel. And for his ship name, he picked the USS Peacefield and challenged me to answer where that name comes from and what its historical significance is. And it actually stumped me a bit. I did have to Google it, but I do have the answer. Thank you, Oracle Google. Peacefield, also called Old House, is a historic home formerly owned by the second President of the USA, John Adams, as well as the 6th U.S. President, John Quincy Adams, and other members of the Adams family. It's located in Quincy, Massachusetts, near Boston. So, the USS Peacefield. That actually works out quite nicely for our timeline here in 1837. I am going to spend 6,200 gold to repair that port. And next turn, I'll get the Peacefield all repaired. For now, though, I'm actually out of safe harbors. This navy has traveled too far. So, I'm actually going to break the navy up just a bit and get my most valuable ships in the harbor safely. And now they are all set for repair in the next turn. One of our admirals has gained the Blockade Runner trait. Very nice. So we come out of that with more ships and more money than when we started. Not counting, of course, replenishment cost and repair cost for those ships. That is the price you have to pay, though. I just realized that our army here in Williamsburg could use one more unit of troops. Or a couple, actually. I'm just going to recruit some Minutemen just because this is more or less the National Guard. That should be plenty for Virginia. Well, with that money that's left set aside for replenishment and repairs, I don't want to spend it on further upgrades, so I guess it's time to take Mexico away from Mexico and occupy it and end their little rebellion and war against us. Their second one since we helped them get independence from Spain.
Prepare for war.
They have some elite infantry and some mortars, and I believe that this is actually a fort battle. So I'm going to try auto-resolving just because I do hate fort battles in this game. They're really tedious for the most part, and the pathfinding is awful. Yep, the game's going to give us a defeat if we auto-resolve, so I'm going to load my save game and fight it out. Screw you, Empire. Alright, let's take Mexico's fort. I'm gonna get all of my artillery in a line right here on the hill. Move to round shot, which is the default. And strike right here where the woods back up against the fort. That's where I'm going to make my breach. Let's get you guys on the right. And you guys on the left. Let's actually swap out one of these light units on the left. One of the scouts just said, "Yeehaw," that's great. Alright. We do have an unfortunate amount of cavalry for this particular fight. I might actually use them as a distraction. Dismount those dragoons and mount a wall in the back. Do we have any other dragoons? Just our regiments of horse. So let's put you guys out in the middle. And I'll use my howitzers here. If that quicklime can actually reach, can it? Just barely. I'll use them to drop quicklime into the fort. Hopefully right on top of their troops. Actually no, let's move the howitzers up and get those mortars. That's gotta be priority. It looks like they are going to attack my dragoons back here. Hopefully I'll keep them distracted though. Howitzers, I want you down here. Ooh, some nasty artillery hits right there. Lots of losses. Let's push you guys up quickly. Let's swing you guys to the left more. I think it's those mortars that are really tearing us up. Yep, they're marching to the front. Let's push up quickly with our dragoons. I might just try and take out some of these walls, just to kill the troops on top and not to breach. Quicklime. Let's get it directly in the midst of all those mortars and see how that goes. Oh, Colonial Light Cavalry is actually coming to meet me here, but it's only 20 horses. Let's accept that charge. There goes our quicklime. Kind of a miss right there. Let's go for over here. Come on, dragoons. Finish off that horse quickly. They're getting a bit nervous now. Lots of fort to defend. Let's get some of these line infantry set up here. If I can take this gate, I'll be able to get those horse in there more quickly. Ooh, quicklime on our horse right there. Let's see how our quicklime fares. Good hits on their guard infantry right there. All right. We've managed to defeat their horsemen back here. Oh, quicklime right over the wall. Not good, not good. Right in the center of our troops. Our riflemen are starting to get some shots out along the wall here at least. Line infantry falling back. Dragoons dismount. Can you guys not scale the wall? Forget this. We gotta get over these walls. They're just tossing quicklime right over. That's devastating. Dragoons cannot scale forts. Come on, Creative Assembly. What is that? We're about to breach the walls. Okay, at the front, the walls are breached. Go for their mortars immediately. Howitzers, fire. Native Musketman Auxiliary. Where did you guys come from? Colonial Line Infantry attempting to make a push right there. Let's meet them with our horse. Provincial scouts climb the walls. Let's get you guys in buildings as quickly as possible. Scale the walls. There's mortars trying to come at us again. Let's actually just break off and strike them. Those foot guards are definitely becoming an issue. Let's try percussive shells. We are losing a lot of troops here. Well, their mortars are disrupted, but they've already done so much damage. Dragoons attacking their colonial light back here. Regiment of Horse is ready to go inside. Over here on the other side of the fort as well. We're in the thick of it, but I think we still have a chance of winning this, actually. We have taken the center of the fort. We're going to win the battle in 2 minutes if we can hold it. Legion of the USA, go support this line infantry that's being besieged from all sides, actually. I'm going to put my, who are these, provincial scouts over here in the building. It might be a cheap win, but I'll take our automatic win, seeing Empire did not let us auto-resolve. Rangers, array yourselves along the wall. I think we actually are going to lose this opposite wall right here. All cannons. Fire on what's left of these guards. That includes you, Howitzer. 47 seconds until we win. Dragoons are about to take out their scouts. We have more horse coming in here. I don't think that with all this cavalry they're going to be able to retake the center of the fort, but we're going to win this by the skin of our teeth right here. And here they come, pouring down, but I think it's going to be too late. Regiment of Horse, let's greet them. Timer's at 0, and victory is ours. That nets us a heroic victory according to the game. We deployed 2,500 troops against their 2,000 and their fort. We did lose 1,500 troops, but they lost 2,000. Devastating fight right there. Dragoons doing very, very well by attacking from behind and then charging in that gap as soon as it was available. One of our line infantry is doing 138 for the kills. Looks like just about everybody, even our general's bodyguard, got a piece of the action. Oh, artillery. How did they do? Let's see. 1,200 foot, 23. That's the howitzer actually. And 31, 15, and 16. They were mainly doing area of effect and wall attacks, so that's not unexpected. Nation destroyed, Mexico. Region captured, New Spain. That's going to give our income for next turn a nice little boost. Estimated 26,000 gold. Let's repair the Royal Palace and I'll replenish my troops next turn. Mexican citizens are actually relatively happy about this. And like I mentioned before, I am going to occupy Mexico for the time being because they are a constant thorn in my side. We are out of time for this episode though. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.